man, poor Link. I hope the poor kid's not getting heat exhaustion in here. Anyway, hey, how's it going, everyone? It's your boy Agara, back with another episode of Oot 3D 3-Heart Run. In the last episode, we returned to Death Mountain and played Saria's song for Darunia. Doing so somehow cured him of his depression. And afterwards, with his brightened mood, he granted us access to Dodongo's Cavern. He promised us the spiritual stone of fire if we managed to clear this place of all the monsters infesting it, and you guys know me and my rock collection, so I instantly jumped at the opportunity. We made it about halfway through the dungeon, and in today's episode, we're gonna finish it off, so why don't we enter this door to see what we can find. Right off the bat, there's a giant stairwell surrounded by bomb flowers. Now, if only there was a way we could set it all off at the same time and see what would happen. Oh, of course, there is. Kaboom! In the words of Salvatore from Wind Waker. Doing that brings the whole staircase down quite a bit, allowing us to reach the upper level of the floor. Before we progress, though, you may have noticed the giant bombable wall behind me, so I'm gonna head on in here first, because there's an optional thing we can collect. You don't need it to beat the dungeon, but you know me and my 100% ways. So here we have actual Armos, like the real enemies. So what you want to do is provoke him. Stun him with your Deku Nut, and then throw a bomb at him before he returns back to where he came from. Or lure him into the explosion, rather. Ah, just out of reach. Let's try again. Come on, Link, pick it up. That'll do it. There you go. The Deku Nut and the bomb hit him around the same time. I'm jumping out of the way because I do not want to get hit by that explosion. And there's a big chest behind him. Now, it's either going to contain the compass or the dungeon item. And I hate to admit it, but if you guessed the compass, you would be right. Here we are. Now we can track ourselves on the minimap and see the location of the boss and other treasure chests inside the dungeon. Now, you could be, you know, boring and climb up the staircase like normal, or you can be cool and do backflips all the way up like you're Daredevil or someone really acrobatic like that. Now, you may hear the rustling of a gold Skulltula up there, but sadly, we cannot get him for now, as we do not have a weapon that allows us to retrieve things from a long distance. We can, however, collect this one right here, so let's take care of him and his regular Skulltula buddy. And let's climb up these weird vines that are just growing out of planks of wood somehow up to the ceiling, where we will retrieve our next Skulltula token. So anyway, in here we have a combination of regular Armos and just like the statues. So I do not care to mess with the regular ones. I'm just gonna do what I gotta do to make it to the next room, which is to push the statue aside, climb the ladder, and step on the pressure plate to open up the doors. Of course, unlike the blue one, you do not need to leave something resting on it. The yellow ones, they stay down when you step on them, which is very nice. So up ahead here, we have another fiery piece. Let's just take care of him real quick. He's got a buddy up ahead as well. I hope he doesn't knock me out here between the gap of this bridge. Where are you, piece? Nah, he's not bothering us. Let's leave him be for now. For now. So as we move on through here, we find ourselves in a very narrow string of corridors, almost like a maze. You never know what will be around the corner in these narrow paths. Use L targeting to always look in the proper direction. This is a useful technique, isn't it? Could not have said it better myself, Navi. It is very useful. You want to watch out for these spiky, sliding thingies. I don't know what their official name is. I'll put it on screen right now. They're really annoying. When they hit you, though, what's funny is the knockback pose Link gets knocked into. Looks like, the pose he gets knocked into when he takes damage in Zelda 2, The Adventure of Link. Not sure if that's an intentional callback or not. I just always thought that was pretty cool. Anyway, inside this chest here, if you're not on full health, it'll give you a recovery heart, but otherwise you get red rupees, which is very nice. So we're just gonna throw the bomb up there, and it actually landed on the platform. That's pretty cool. When I was younger, I'd wait for the bomb to like start glowing a bit, and then throw it so it detonates midair. Anyway, guys, you remember the Zelda rule of thumb from the Deku Tree, I hope. You see an eyeball, you shoot it. Of course, that does not apply to Beamos, as we discussed in the last episode. Well, I mean, you can, but it's not the way to kill them. Anyway, we're just gonna ignore these baby Dodongos for now. Make our way through this door. Oh, hey, this room looks kind of familiar. And wouldn't you know it, 2 more Lizalfos. It's my lucky day. Jump slash. Alright, he's retreating for now. Let's go fight his friend. So yeah, this is a little different from the room we fought those other Lizalfos in. Much more squarey platforms, if you will. Closer together, too. If you're low on health, you can go out there and retrieve those hearts. And if you look down there, that's actually the room where we fought the other Lizalfos. So that's pretty cool. Anyway. That's 1 down. There's 1 more to go. I love making Star Fox 64 references. I do it all the time without even realizing it, just because of how iconic... What?! Did you see that? Realizing it just because of how iconic. What? He hit me through my shield somehow. Man, I guess you gotta back up and have more space if you want to dodge it. It looks like point blank you can get hit. Anyway, as I was saying, the Star Fox 64 lines are so iconic, I find myself quoting them all the time without even meaning to. Something cool about Star Fox 64 in relation to this game, for those of you who don't know, in case you were really young or not even born when the 3DS came out, Ocarina of Time and Star Fox 64 are both remakes, or are both games originally on the Nintendo 64 that both got remakes very early on in the 3DS's lifespan. I remember getting both of them for my first 3DS when I was younger. I don't have Star Fox 64 3D anymore, sadly, but I still have Ocarina of Time 3D. It's not the original copy I had, though, because I remember trading that in because I think I wanted to buy another game. How stupid of me. So I went back and got Ocarina of Time again, because it's just one of the best games of all time. Anyway, here we have the bomb bag, which is apparently made from the stomach of a Dodongo. Just so you know, I don't even want to bother wasting time going in there. There's just a couple business scrubs in there selling you more resources. Not worth my time, but I'll open the pathway if I'm ever in a pinch. But we're just gonna keep moving forward. So up here, we have a plaque, I should say. Oh, also, when you step on that pressure plate, as you can see, we now have a shortcut to the bottom floor. Using that platform, which now rises even higher. But, okay, this plaque over here, for those of you who don't know, in the original Nintendo 64 game, the texture was a little different. And it shared the texture of one of the most infamous mysteries in all of gaming, which was the star statue in the castle backyard in Mario 64, which many people for years believed read L is real 2401, which of course would be a reference to Mario's younger brother Luigi, because if you didn't know, Luigi was not playable in the original Mario 64. He is, however, playable in the DS remake, but yeah, many people believe that... Oh, whoops. Many people believe that statue was the secret to unlocking Luigi somehow, but alas, it never came to be. Except people found, like, in the massive source code leak that that happened a few years back, that there actually is, like, an unfinished Luigi model, I think, in the files of the original Mario 64. I'll put it on screen right now so you guys can see what I'm talking about. Point is, the plaque in the original Ocarina of Time had the same, like, L is real 2401 texture on it as the one in the castle backyard in Super Mario 64. Anyway, over here, if you somehow lost your Deku Shield, this treasure chest contains a Deku Shield. Otherwise, a blue rupee. Hey, it's always nice to be 5 rupees richer, you know? So anyway, we've opened the way forward by bombing the eyes of this giant Dodongo skull. I was a bit preoccupied talking about L is real 2401, but as you can see, you want to drop bombs through the holes on that bridge, but you gotta be precise. I like to stand on the very edge, and if it doesn't go through, you can just gently nudge it forward. Anyway, we got more fiery keys in this room. There's 1 down. Give me that recovery heart. Thank you very much. And here's another. Here he comes. Come a little bit closer, please and thanks. I don't know how that second one missed. The first one was totally on me, but the second one I was L targeting him, and it still missed somehow. Absolutely bonkers. So anyway, much like in the main room of Dodongo's Cavern, you want to head right first, and then you'll enter this, like, corridor that's on, like, a quarter circular angle. And you come through here, there are more fiery keys in this big room. If they bounce off your Hylian shield, though, they lose their flame. So keep that in mind. I don't know if the same thing happens if they bounce off your Deku Shield. I know they burn it up, but I don't know if like they lose their flame in the process. And frankly, I'm not willing to experiment because I don't want to lose my Deku Shield and then buy another one from that business scrub. We come through here though. It's like one of the few off the beaten path bombable walls that contains something I'm actually interested in. So we've got, I'm gonna actually just quickly equip my Deku Nuts. In here, we've got an Armos guarding a gold Skulltula. Back up a little. And that'll be the end of him. Now let's just stay out of the way of the explosion and take down that gold Skulltula. Grab his token. Link just looks so done right now. This is so funny. I've never seen him make that facial expression from that angle before. But yeah, just wanted to collect that gold Skulltula token real quick. Unfortunately, all the fiery keys have respawned. So let's just wait for him to bounce off my shield. Knock him down a peg. I meant to shoot him with my fling shot because I'm used to having it set to the Y button. I hear another one in the general vicinity. There he is. And he's dead. So anyway, one thing kind of interesting is these blocks here. You see, you have to walk up to them and press A to climb up them. Meanwhile, this platform, which is the exact same height as that block, you don't have to press A to climb it, which I think is really strange. It's a weird inconsistency I've always been a little, I don't want to say bothered by, just something I've observed from the many times I've played this game. So anyway, if you ever want to make your way back there, there's a little shortcut you can create. We're going to enter another quarter circular, I suppose, hallway. And there's another block, which we want to push down here. Not to create a shortcut, but because this is how we actually have to progress in the dungeon. So as you can see, those fiery keys have respawned as well. Uh-oh, here he comes. So yeah, you can either shoot it out of the sky with your slingshot or let it bounce off your shield, and then it's like put in the perfect range to get hit by vertical slash. Let's go. Took him down. Very nice. Without even L targeting. I'm someone who didn't play a lot of shooting games growing up. Like the FPS, I mean the first person, like, you know, slingshot and bow and arrow stuff in Zelda games were like my main exposure to first person shooting in video games. But you know, I've played third person shooters like Kid Icarus Uprising and the aforementioned Star Fox 64. But I mean, I'm not completely alienated from FPS genres. Like, I've played like Halo and Call of Duty at my friends' places growing up. But I also, last year, I had a huge Sea of Thieves kick, which is like something of a first-person shooter, but there's also, you know, like first-person swordplay. It's a really cool game, by the way. Made by the same company who made the Donkey Kong Country and Banjo-Kazooie games, if you guys are fans of those. Rare Limited. Anyway, we want to place a bomb down on this square-shaped crack in the ground, I suppose. Fall on through. Here we are in the boss room. Got a huge boy coming our way. Listen to those footsteps. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like you to meet King Dodongo. One of the most easiest boss fights ever. Alright, so this is what you want to do. You want to lock onto him with L, wait for him to open his big old mouth, throw a bomb inside, come crash it down, jump slash him for maximum damage, and now just shield. I can't believe I got hit! That... Wow. Just like fighting those Lizalfos, like, you don't normally get hit by blocking there. He usually just rolls on over you and you don't take any damage at all. So, that's a little strange. I don't know, I guess my hurt box was just in a weird place. Okay, that time I didn't angle it and I didn't get hit. I don't know, I guess I tried angling it just for the extra immersion there, so he'd like roll off my shield. But yeah, point is, you want to throw a bomb at him, wait for him to eat it, then jump slash. And then, you know, when he rolls over you, just shield. Don't bother angling it, because that'll get you hit somehow. It's funny how I was just calling him one of the easiest boss fights ever, yet he somehow, you know, actually hit me. So, I ate those words real quick. But yeah, it looks like you don't have to angle your shield at all. And just like that, the boss fight is already over. King Dodongo is dead. And with him, that fiery lava pit dries up. The piece of heart will spawn, or the heart container rather, excuse me, will spawn right there. So if you're doing a normal playthrough, that's where you grab it. But we are not doing a normal playthrough, so we're just gonna step into the cool blue light and make our way out of here. Still though, that's so funny that I actually got hit. That has not happened in a very long time, after calling him one of the easiest boss fights ever. That's a lesson, kids. Don't be too overconfident. Your words will come back to bite you. Oh my goodness! Hello, Darunia. Why was Link holding out his hand there? Was he like trying to hold the Deku shield or something? It's me, Darunia. Well done. Let me give you a concussion real quick. Thanks to you, we can once again eat the delicious rocks from Dodongo's Cavern until our stomachs burst. What a wild adventure. It will make an incredible story. I might just name my son after you. I can't believe that Dodongo suddenly appeared in such great numbers, and that big rock blocking the cave. All this trouble must have been caused by that Gerudo thief, Ganondorf. He said, "Give me the spiritual stone. Only then will I open the cave for you. You, on the other hand, risk your life for us. Kid, I like you. How's about you and I become sworn brothers? No, there's no big ceremony involved. Just take this as a token of our friendship." Oh, my back! Oh, whoa, what's this? Darunia, you better not be pulling my leg, buddy. Please. Please, I've worked so hard. I got hit by the easiest boss fight in gaming. Yes! The cool red rock. It'll look so nice next to my green one. Thank you, my sworn brother. Ladies and gentlemen, here we have it. The Goron's Ruby, otherwise known as the Spiritual Stone of Fire. You obtained the Goron's Ruby. This is the Spiritual Stone of Fire passed down by the Gorons. You don't know what he means by sworn brothers, but hey, you've collected 2 spiritual stones. You only have 1 more to find. Brother, you'll keep brushing up on your skills as you travel, won't you? You should go see the Great Fairy on top of Death Mountain. She will power you up. Hey everybody, let's see off our brother. Oh, there's more of them. You did great! How about a big Goron hug, brother? I'm good, thank you. Dude, I love the Gorons, they're so funny. At least, you know, they had the audacity to ask for Link's consent before hugging him. Good guys, but I mean, you know, even after he made it pretty clear he did not want to be hugged, they pursued him, so I guess they're not so good guys after all. Anyway, I took damage from that Tektite, but no knockback. That was pretty interesting. But as Darunia said, there is a great fairy at the top of this mountain, even higher up above Goron City, that can power us up and give us a new skill. So I say we go meet her next time on Oot 3D 3-Heart Run. But yeah, guys, thank you all for joining me. We managed to clear out Dodongo's Cavern of King Dodongo. I ate my words right then and there, calling him one of the easiest boss fights ever. I'm not going to live that down because I just think that was so funny. But in the next episode, we will make our way up Death Mountain and meet the Great Fairy. Till then, guys, I've been Hyagara. I thank you all so much for watching, and I bid you guys farewell.